The future of democracy just might hang on a tweet. Back in my day, a tweet was a chirping sound a bird made, and social media was a group of girls talking about the latest schoolyard antics of boys over hopscotch or double dutch. Today, with Elon Musk putting all of his ducks, about 46.5 billion of them, in a row to purchase Twitter, the universe has shifted. While Musk contends he is taking over the social networking platform to bring free speech back, that is not the entire story. With the purchase set to close in about 6 months, the publicly traded company will become a private company beholden only to one man. The last election and the subsequent insurrection and coup coordinated by former President Donald Trump on January 6, 2021, and Russia's President Vladimir Putin his war against Ukraine has taught us the damage one man can do to democracy. With Musk ruling Twitter, the future of our democracy really might just hang on a tweet. Social media is a relatively new phenomenon that began with the internet in August of 2003. Social media took on a life all of its own and entrenched itself in the hearts and minds of the global community. It is estimated that over half the world, roughly 4.62 billion people, utilize social media. Early in January 2022, Elon Musk, who has 83 million followers on Twitter, began amassing shares of the company. In March, it was stated that he would be joining the company's board of directors, and on April 14th, he announced that he was going to purchase the company and take it private. Wall Street and other financial and business entities dismissed his claim, not believing he could pull the financing together. But it became clear on April 24th of 2022 that he could and would. In a move that goes against all business advice, Musk is securing the deal mostly with his own money, 2/3 of the sale price, and leveraging Tesla stock to complete the transaction. With a net worth of about $264.6 billion, that is a sizable portion of his personal wealth and a major risk to take on. Writer Timothy L. O'Brien states that this promises to make this deal a potential train wreck and will force investors, managers, users, and society to think more clearly and seriously about the role that social media companies play in an era scarred by viral propaganda and misinformation. Musk has made his fortune mostly by making electric cars. Social media is a completely different beast. Maybe his ego has convinced him he can do it, but if it's not about money, as he has stated, what is it about? In response to Musk saying he was going to purchase Twitter, conservative Fox News Tucker Carlson held a partial answer to why. He said, "We're back." He believes, along with other conservatives, that former President Donald Trump would be restored to the platform after he was banned for life. This would again enable the right to wreak havoc on the American people ahead of the midterm election and Trump's bid for the presidency in 2024. While Musk has said that he disagreed with that ban, I think that there is something else afoot. I think he has plans for the presidency. That type of power can be intoxicating to men looking for one more bastion to conquer. While Musk has labeled himself as half Republican and half Democrat, he has more recently promoted Republicans in their causes. I believe that this is Musk's main objective, the sway of political power that has him making these types of moves. We cannot afford to pay that price. Social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter are not just about popular culture, entertainment, and sharing trivia, data. Individuals, corporations, nonprofits, and even countries utilize them to disseminate information. When it comes to politics, more than ever, it can be a powder keg ready to explode and do detrimental harm. It is not an exaggeration to say it can be a tool used to completely destroy democracy as we know it. A ProPublica article written by Craig Silverman, a Canadian national journalist, details how social media giant Facebook played a critical role in spreading lies that perpetrated the violence of January 6, 2021. There were over 650,000 posts attacking the legitimacy of President Biden's election, and many called for the execution of lawmakers and of Vice President Mike Pence. Facebook did little to mitigate the swell of violence brewing. As a private company, beholden only to the interests of Musk, Twitter may do worse than what Facebook allowed to happen, even with some oversight. We must all ask ourselves, is it worth it to have one man in control of it all? Musk has those who side with him, like Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey. In a set of rambling tweets, he called Musk the singular solution I trust and hailed his purchase as taking Twitter back from Wall Street and ad model. But, however, if the powers that be are setting their side of the narrative, free speech is not free. One of the negative effects of social media is that it can play to the bias, fears, and prejudice of a group and confuse the facts with fiction, and people will be confused about the truth. Yes, Elon Musk says that it is about restoring free speech, but I do not believe that we can just take him at his word. Having a giant of a social media platform under just his control as a private company with virtually no oversight is way too much power for any individual to hold.